and welcome back to the hottest marriage show on this side of the planet. Side John DN,
Kanika,
aka
Dude,
And Too Much Podcast. Rescripting the culture one conversation at a time. Good afternoon.
hello.
How you doing? Like you had some lotion on your nose.
So, thank you.
You're welcome. You tired?
Just a little.
Tired. We'll make sure this is the last one.
Fatigued.
I got a question for you. I think the theme when it comes to women on our podcast is that women don't tend to be able to be themselves because they're so busy filling so many hats.
Wearing some.
Wearing so many hats, yes. Is there a version of you that you would like to explore that you just haven't never found time because when life started life and as far as being a parent and a wife that you never got to explore a part of you that you just kind of like mainly got lost, along the way? Is there a part of you that you like, let's say if it was a perfect year and kids were gone, they were good though, you didn't have to worry about them as much, dogs are healthy, parents are good, financially we're in a place. Is there a part of you that you would love to just explore?
Yeah, I would. Maybe my more artistic side. When I was younger, I was far more creative. And then when I figured out that I had a natural talent in things like math and science, I just leaned into that stuff to like guide my career choices. But there are other parts of me that I would like to be more creative, but I just don't give you time to do. I don't know. I guess I've been told to schedule time for me on a calendar and it can't be removed for anybody else. And I need to make that time about me. Any part of me. It's interesting you asked me that. That's something that just, it feeds me. And I remember when we were Abu Dhabi, it was a cafe called Arabia, and I would go there. And after my dad died, I had this feeling that I wanted to write a book about what it was like being a kid, having a parent with his illnesses, and how it impacted me all the way to adulthood. So I would go there, get some tea, and I would write. It felt really, really good to me, but I couldn't anymore. I think after that year after that, I think the kids went to school and I started working, I think 2 years after that. I kind of just lost it. And that was the perfect time. Like there was a year that I wasn't homeschooling the kids. They were in school. I was not working. That would have been the perfect time. But for some reason, I didn't stay on top of it. No, I had to have been that year because that was the year I met Michaela, yeah. So for some reason, I just didn't. And it kind of just, I think part of it was art and creativity growing up was never something that people were like, that's how you're going to make your money. My priorities were always in the things that I knew could be used to support myself. So even though I enjoyed it, it kind of fell by the wayside because I didn't value it enough. I didn't see how it would feed me. Even though I loved every moment of that. I loved leaving the house and going to that cafe and sitting somewhere and somebody just kept bringing me tea and I just going about, I love that. And then I had this thought to myself that when the office was done, I would do that again. But I just haven't. I think because, you got things you got to do. And when I do get a chance to sit down, I just want my brain to turn off. I probably should just turn on a different part of my brain. But I just want my brain to turn off. I wish I could explore that, though. I could explore. So
what's preventing you from exploring that? Because you said, I wish I could.
I know. There's nothing like really standing in my way. The kids are teenagers. Well, once your kids are teenagers or they're on their way out the door, they're not really asking for you all day long. It's not like when, you have elementary school or even middle school kids. But I guess I make everything more important than that. And that's such an underdeveloped part of me, like trying to figure it out, what it really means, what I really want. To me, that's just another task. Even though it would benefit me, it's just another task. Like if I wanted to explore art, I buy supplies, find where I want to put it, where what I want. It is work. If I wanted to write, I need to outline. And there's certain things I want and I don't want.
Why do you look at that as work? But there are weekends upon week, like days upon days that you can just go to the same store that you've gone in over and over, looking through the same stuff you've always looked through, but you don't look at it as work. It's like,
Yeah.
so
Because
that's
it's
what I'm,
thoughtless. It doesn't require brain power for me to do that stuff. These things require brain power. Even if it's to benefit me. Yeah. Yeah.
maybe I don't want to tell you how you're looking at it, but it seems like the way you're looking at it, I wouldn't want to look at it that way either.
Right. Well, you know, it's crazy because I wanted my office to be like a vibe that would make me get into that mode of feeling creative and it really, I mean, there's color, there's comfort, there's like they be making me feel like, but no. The most I can do in there right now is read. I enjoy that. But yeah. What about you?
No, I don't. I didn't have any. I think I'm doing everything that I want to do. I've slowed down on art, I think, because I got sick. But I'll get back into that for sure. But yeah, I don't. I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. So like, if I feel like I'm supposed to be, if it could benefit me, I want to do it. So it's not really about me thinking about it. It's about, does it make sense? Like me just doing something to see if I like it, and there's no like future benefit from it, I'm not interested in it at all. Like I don't even want to like get distracted on something. Like, my students always say, Miss Lewis, do you play video games? I'm like, no, those are really addictive. And I was like, I play with my family, but I don't play by myself because I'm very competitive. And then I don't want that to be my time. Like I want to like, hey, Sean, so how's your journey going? Man, I found video games again. Nobody wants to hear that. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. But yeah, I don't really have those moments. And the reason why I was asking you is because I know that you can overconsume yourself with things that you can't control and things that probably not necessarily need your attention.
Yeah.
So you know what I would like for you to do whenever you get time. You should, one day you said, hey, John, write down the list of responsibilities for the house, but I need you to do those things with your life. Like outside of kids, outside of me, outside of the dogs. And like, you need to figure out what you can incorporate you into the equation. Like just one thing, like all these other things, you're going to make sure it's a priority. Like that's just what you're going to do. But I believe that if you just pick one thing, something that you really feel like you can get a joy out of, and you say, okay, this is as important as my kids. This is as important as my husband, these dogs, my job. I have to do it today or my day is not complete. Or I have to do it before I get started with any of these other things that I find important. But you know that it's for you. It's going to benefit you. But just pick one thing, like in the near future. Like I'm going to, like even when he said, I've been taking care of my feet. But I'm saying the way that you felt when you said it, though, he was like, oh, my feet feel so much better. Like, I don't understand how, like, the way that you just felt off of that.
Look, I don't get pedicures. I've very much so neglected myself in a lot of ways, and my feet.
That's past tense. They don't look like that.
They looked very neglected. I'll say that much. And
no, she looked very athletic if she didn't run with shoes on.
They were so look, a little rough, a little. I mean, definitely look neglected. Look like I didn't care. And I went to Napa for a friend's birthday, and I knew I was gonna have to wear these open toe shoes, so I had to really care. So I had set up this whole regimen to take care of my feet, to get them back to looking like I care. And it really was nice. It's crazy that I've gotten into a part of my life where taking care of me is really not even on the list. It's not like it's third or fourth on the list. It's not there. And I remember when I used to be all about me. So now it's weird to even put myself back on the list. And then it's like, that was great. And everybody else, probably listens just like, yeah, like that's trifling. But, life.
Ain't no way you're thinking like,
Yeah, well, life really, I really have found that I have a problem with that. I have a problem with caring about myself. Like, I'm not going to let myself starve. I'm not going to let myself go to the point where, putting my health in danger or whatever. But little things that just little things. If there's something that I say, oh, I really want to go do this because I think this would be nice, and somebody tells me they need something, then it's like out the window. I don't really. And then afterwards, I'm not even really disappointed. I'm like, oh, and I move on. But you're right. I should get to a point where it's like, there's something that I really have to do.
I mean, just one thing, because I think this is what I believe will happen. The way that you care about other things, this one thing that you're working on yourself is going to build enough confidence where you're like, this is only one thing that make me feel good. I could do a bunch of things that make me feel good.
Yeah.
And it'll be spread out over the week. So it'll be like more moments that you could look forward to, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, like, I just feel like you're going to remain lost in everybody else's life other than your own.
I wonder if that's what it's like for some mothers. Because when they talk about the empty nest and the kids leaving and they're all just in there looking crazy, like they don't know what to do with themselves. I feel like I'm going to know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be anything of like, not going to be out here balling out of control and making big moves. But I could, but I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do whatever you say.
I know.
So which one is it going to be?
Well, let me start with the one thing and then we'll see.
So I'm going to, is this one of those things where I'm supposed to like ask you about, like, hey, how's that one thing going?
Yeah, and then you ask me about it and I'm going to be mad.
I know. So I'm like trying to like prep you now. But like, is this something I'm supposed to ask?
He's putting it in a recording so that he can be, they'll create a little clip and he's just going to send it to me randomly. Is this one of the things? Yeah, it's probably something that you should.
So if you were to pick 3 things about yourself that you could prioritize, that you feel like is important, what are those 3 things? What would cross your mind? Like he was like, you know what, I probably should do this, this, and this. So just so I can see like what I'm looking for. Because I had no idea, like, because you could just give me anything.
I could.
No, that's what
Well, I would do it too. I would like, let me get him some things he can't shake. Well, we're getting fencing put in for the dogs. And one of the things I like about that is he was like, well, the dogs make us walk. But truthfully, walking a dog is not very healthy anyway because they sniffing and going in all these different directions. It's not really good. But speaking of, going out to walk at least once a day, like no dogs. Because then, it feels better. I think it's more focused on me. So I think that it's one. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know. Walk. Plus, the weather is getting better, which my mood always changes as the spring comes. Once you see light in the sky more, I'm good to go. So I think this is the perfect time for me to make that a priority.
Like indeed there.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the weather? You feeling optimistic? Because I know it's a little chilly outside, but doesn't it look like bright? And you don't have to worry about the overcast.
Well, in Michigan, it'd be like faking it. But I enjoy the sunlight. I can do the sunlight with cold outside. So I'm not happy with the fact that the spring break is giving us, look, it ain't even spring break for me. It's spring break for him. But I like spring break because he has time. And then if I want to just, take a break from work and go outside and do something outside, he'll go and do it. But it's okay. It's like 40s this week, which is not making me happy. But
it's not making me happy either because I really did think this was going to be a week filled with like, last year when we were doing things, I was like, I feel so good about the way like we attack things.
Mhm.
And I was like, it's something good to look at too. It was visual nicely on the eyes. And I'm like, I was looking forward. I'm still looking forward to it.
Yeah. But the sunlight is enough for me. I'm one of those people living in Michigan. Not everybody makes it through the winter very well when it starts getting gray. But what about you?
What about me? What?
What do you think about the weather?
Oh, I'm cool. Like, I think that Michigan gives us solid 4 seasons now. It's not as cold as people think. I mean, it's cold, but I mean, we're north. It's supposed to be cold. So, but overall, for it to be March and we felt 70 degrees,
We sure did.
that's pretty early. So to me, I feel like I'm happy. My overall observation of people in Michigan prior to, well, they don't do it as much. People in Michigan complain a lot about weather, sports teams and weather. And the last years, I only hear people talk about what Michigan weather used to be like.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be. So,
So to me, I feel like when the weather changes, I can hear people have a different upbeat.
we geeked up.
Yeah, they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're nicer people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've recognized that. Even when I was like, I know people probably not gonna like me saying this, but when the University of Michigan wins, like the only people we mad are Spartans. But the state overall is happy. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like I used to be like the best day is when a Spartan win and a Wolverine lost. But the best day for me is when everybody happy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would prefer people, I want their teams to win. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're my friend, I want you to feel bad because you like this other team. And I know that's kind of the nice way of looking at it, but I really do want people to be happy because when people are happy, they do nicer things.
Yeah. Well, have you come across anybody that you feel like they don't want people to be happy?
Yeah, when you don't want my team to win,
Oh,
like you do, you want like
you actively are hoping that I'm.
well, people don't really know about, like, I don't really care as much as I used to, but when I'm at work and different jobs I've had, I've seen people come to work just to terrorize certain people because of their school loss. And I'm like, I know that it's all fun, but there's a part of them that's like, and I don't feel like dealing with this today. And to me, I don't want to do that to anybody anymore. And I used to do this. I used to think it was fun, but overall now I just want people to be happy. When you're upset, especially about things you can't control, there are things around you that's gonna make you mad, and now you mad about your team losing, and you furious too, and people just doing this to you.
Yeah.
And I look at people and I'd be like, this person is so much better when they're happy. I hope they get what they need because the schools don't go feel it.
Well, I think that perspective it's in a good time right now with March Madness.
Oh, well, I think, I hope, hopefully people, well, nobody's going to get this. Our teams will probably be out by the time this comes out.
Oh.
By the time this episode comes out.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
this will be the end of March or
Oh,
early
yeah.
April.
Okay.
So nobody will be thinking about, this weekend or next weekend.
They're like,
I'm
stop.
pretty sure we'll both get through this week.
Don't be mean to people because their little team lost.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm the one that's trying to ruin your day before us.
Trying to ruin your day.
Oh my God. I used to try to
That's crazy.
it is. And now I'm out here trying to be the peacemaker. But I think it's easier to live life this way.
You see what I mean when I say he is an extremist?
What do you mean?
Like you go from one end to the other, the continuum. He was like, I'm trying to ruin your day. And then he was like, I just want everybody to be happy.
Yeah, no, before, because, I think that it was a part of the fandom. If you want to live this world, you got to be able to take this punishment.
Oh my gosh.
Man, like, can you imagine receiving a text like every 45 seconds? No, to update you that your team is about to lose and you got to hear my voice or hear this message.
You such a nightmare.
No, and that's not nice. But I send well wishes to all of your schools and go green. Anybody want to give a shout out?
Go white.
Anybody want to give a shout out before we get out of here?
Go green, go white. Well, you know,
We do look good.
we do.
Yeah, but we're small. It's like our guard play is small. They're really athletic and can shoot, but there's some big guys out there that's athletic and can shoot.
Still a fan.
For sure. Go green.
Go white. All right.
Y'all made today better than yesterday? Don't worry about anything you can't control. GATA. Get after that action or that action will get after you. Be great on purpose.